so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, race fans from all over. Welcome here to the Daytona International Speedway. The Daytona International Speedway was opened back in 1957, 61 years ago. This track, it cost $3 million to construct. And well, those $3 million, it was probably the best $3 million motorsports has ever spent. The Daytona International Speedway has seen many great not only races, but race winners, and we have seen some horrifying races also here at the Daytona International Speedway. This track is a 4-turn, 2.5-mile asphalt track. The turn banking is 31 degrees. In the tri-oval, it is not very, call it little, banking either. It is 18 degrees. The back straightaway even has a slight 2-degree banking. So banking here at the Daytona International Speedway is going to be one of those things that are absolutely out of this world. We will see cars here tonight excess of 200 miles an hour. And the thing that's really going to throw it all on the whims here tonight, it is a cut race. The Red Light Racing Series does have a chase format. So the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series getting ready to take to the track here tonight for the draft top 187.5 correction. We added an extra lap around this big 2.5 super speedway here in Daytona. Qualifying is already all set and ready to go here tonight. So if you race fans are ready, let's take you to your Green Forest Tree Supply starting lineup. The springtime is coming, race fans, and you want to make sure your plants, your trees, your shrubs are all planted and ready to blossom when the springtime comes. Head on over to the Green Forest Tree Supply, and this is your starting lineup here tonight. Starting on the pole here tonight for his first pole of the year, it's the driver of the Need for Speed Motorsports, DRAFTTOP.com. Number 2, it is Joshua Buckley. Starting in the second position here tonight, driving the Prime Time Racing, number 94, it is Corey Silva. Starting third, it's the rookie, the 924, that is Zach Mitchell. Starting in the fourth position here tonight, driving for the Full Throttle Racing, the number 20, it is Brandon Minto. Driving the number 64, Alienware, number 64, it is Jason Wells. Starting sixth tonight, it's the number 18, the Low Line Racing, number 18 of James Heater. Starting in the seventh position, hailing out of Canada, driving the number 42, the MK Medic, number 42, it is Max Terriol. Starting in the 8th position, driving the 941 Checkered Flag Auto Supply, it's the Higgins Hill Racer, it is Rob Higgins. Starting in the 9th position here, the Strano Brothers, number 3, it is Tony Strano. Starting in the 10th position, driver of the number 88, it is the Trust Me Vodka driver of Sean Butler. Starting just outside the top 10, starting 11th tonight, driving the number 31, it is the Metalhead Motorsport, number 31 of Michael Trevarthen. Starting in the 12th position, out of Pennsylvania, driving the 84 Renaissance Nutrition Machine, it is Christopher Rothrock. Starting just outside the top 12 here tonight. Starting in the 13th position, it's the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Starting 14th, it's the Green Forest Tree Supply, number 43 of Joe Strano. Starting 15th here tonight, the Full Throttle Racer, the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. Starting 16th on the grid, driving out of South Carolina, it is the 86 of James Skelton. 17th tonight, the number 62, it is Ethan Troutman. Starting 18th, the driver out of Virginia, driving the number 51, it is DJ Anderson. Starting in the 19th position, driving the 59, it is Bruce Potter. Starting 20th tonight, rounding out the top 20, the number 4, Kyle Souza. Starting in the number 10, driving the hot sauce machine out there in Florida, it is Tim Blum. Starting 22nd, it is the 914 of Sean Single. And starting 23rd on the grid, out of Las Vegas, the number 38 of Cody Levitt. The 917 of Tim Combs will start in the 24th position, starting 25th. It is going to be the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. The man hailing out of Australia, the only Australia in the Red Light Racing Series, the number 184, it is Kevin O'Brien. Starting 29th, the man out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, driving the Sim Box, number 71, it is Nathan Maurer. Driving the DRAFTTOP.com, number 48, it is Michael Bromley. He'll roll off 28th. 29th tonight, the Keystone Motorsports, number 13 of Donald Bennett. Doug Neal will roll off in the 30th position. That is your starting lineup as the green flag is about to fly here tonight. The green flag is flying, and we are racing tonight here at Daytona for the Draft Top 187. These cars are going to come up through the gearbox here tonight. They will storm off into turn number 1. Everybody, right now, looks like we have a little connection issue to the iRacing server. We will see if this clears up here tonight. We'll keep track here as Josh Buckley does lead us down into turn number 1 here this evening. There you see everybody down the back straightaway. Corey Silva is still to the outside lane there. They are 2x2 for the first 6 rows deep here tonight at Daytona. Right now, there you see the 62. That is Ethan Troutman. He is sitting right there back into the left position tonight. Looks like he is going to the outside lane. Going to let a couple of these drivers just go on by and see if he can work his way back up to the front of the field. See if we can get our timing and scoring just go and figure itself out here as we are racing at Daytona for the Draft Top 187. Corey Silva looking to take the lead down the back straightaway here tonight. See if he can pull out here in front of the race leader of Josh Buckley. He will pull down to the bottom. He will take the race lead. So it will be Silva leading us out of turn number 4 here this evening. Corey Silva leads lap number 2 here tonight. Josh Buckley sitting there in that second position. Brandon Minto sitting right there to the outside. There you see the U.S. Air Force Draft Top machine. He's running the high line right now. He has James Heater just behind him. Everybody stacked up here down the back straightaway. A couple drivers towards the back of the field have elected to go into the single file formation. They would like to turn some laps here tonight and be able to make it to the finish. It's a long 75 laps here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. There you see the outside lane of Brandon Minto has now joined the party. He will go to the outside groove. We'll see if he can work around Corey Silva. That's what Silva did. He was able to bring the 94, the Primetime Racing Stables machine, to the outside to the race lead. Silva will lead once again at the timing and scoring stripe. Everybody's still stacked up. Kevin O'Brien is the car to the outside right now. There you see that Hot Wheels, they lead the way machine. That is Kevin O'Brien. Doug Neal looks like he's coming off pit road right now. He's about 3.5 laps behind the rest of the field here tonight. Sometimes it's better late than never. The driver out of Georgia, driver of the Sim Box, number 977. That is Doug Neal. As you see him down the back straightaway, missed the start here tonight of the race, so he will see if he will be able to get back onto the lead lap. It's going to take him just a little bit as Corey Silva leads once again at the line. So it's Corey Silva, who is not locked into the championship chase. We talked about that chase. Well, right now, looking at Corey Silva's races, he is just right there on the bubble of if he would win, he would be in The top 12 will get locked, plus anybody outside the top 12 here tonight after the race that does have a win, and that's going to include the 88 of Sean Butler. He is mid-pack right there, the 88, the Trust Me Vodka Gen X driver. He is currently outside the top 12 in the points championship hunt, but he does have himself a win this season, so that will put Sean Butler into the playoffs. Keep an eye on the driver of that 88 here tonight. Corey Silva still continuing to lead the way. Josh Buckley, he's not locked in. Brandon Minto, a whole bunch of drivers towards the front of this field who are not locked in on their championship standings. We'll take a look and see if those drivers will be able to lock themselves in here tonight. Coming to complete lap number 6 here in the tri-oval, it will be the driver of the 94, Corey Silva, once again at the start-finish line. A couple drivers still to the outside. There's the 98, that is Ryan O'Donnell. He is stuck to the outside right now. He's got DJ Anderson just behind him and Richard Murdoch. Murdoch last night in the practice rounds here for the Red Light Racing Series. They always practice on a Sunday evening. He was one of the best pushers. He was able to fight his way to the end of this, and they look like they will go 3 wide down the back straightaway. They will put the Higgins Hill Racer in the middle. Rob Higgins in the checker flag auto supply. He will be shuffled to the middle. The low line racer, the number 18, that is James Heater. He's to the outside. Now they're shuffling it up at the front of the field. One of them going to bounce it off the outside retaining wall that time, coming out of turn number 4, but it's going to be Brandon Minto trying to yeet his way to the front of the field. It is not going to work. Corey Silva from the inside to the outside lane. He leads once again at the stripe. So Corey Silva not afraid to take the gloves off here and show that he can battle with the best when it comes to super speedway racing. James here still stuck into that middle groove there. Also, Brandon Minto's there. Richard Murdoch to the outside, and he is bringing Ryan O'Donnell along with him. So they are 3 wide for the race lead down the back straightaway here on lap number 8. LeBottom, that will leave the adventure in pixels. 01 of Richard Murdoch to the outside lane. Drag race out of turn number 4. Here they come. Who will lead lap number 8? It will be Richard Murdoch at the line. The last time we came to a super speedway with the Red Light Racing Series, it was Richard Murdoch able to go back to victory lane. He is no stranger here at the super speedways to run towards the front of the field. Right now, he is running in the 3rd position. So with Brandon Minto storming down the back straightaway now, he is officially going to be the race leader this time by. Possibly, I say this time by, possibly down the back straightaway, he's going to be the race leader at least. There you see him as they all go side by side. See everybody still working that side by side, trying to figure out who will be able to lead a lap here tonight. You lead a lap, that is a bonus point in the books for a lot of these drivers, and it may come down to just leading a lap. That time by, Richard Murdoch comes to steal the wind out of the sails of that number 20 of Brandon Minto. So it'll be Murdoch once again at the line. Can the inside lane get organized? Right now you see the outside lane is the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Then it's the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. And then it's the 941, the rookie of Rob Higgins out of Ayer, Massachusetts. He is right there. DJ Anderson also to the outside. Wells is sitting there. Then that's the number 3 of Tony Strano, the Victory Junction number 3 of Tony Strano. He's running to the outside. Brand new colors on the Strano Brothers Racing stable cars here tonight. They are supporting breast cancer. Pink on this number 3 of Strano. And behind him just a little bit to the outside lane also, that is going to be Joe Strano. There you see him, the 2 Strano Brothers Racing stable cars. They are working the outside lane here tonight. We're stuck in between the middle there. That is James Skelton. Timing and scoring looks to be all sorted out, race fans, so go ahead, take a look to the top of the screen and find where your favorite driver is running right now. Josh Buckley, who was our pole sitter coming into this race here tonight, he has now fallen all the way back to, well, the 7th position. He is the 4th car to the inside lane with that DRAFTTOP.com number 2, the patriotic number 2 here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Looking at the timing and scoring, though, I can tell you we're about halfway into this round, or this run of green flag fuel and tires for these machines here tonight. And we're going to start to see this pack that you see that is 2x2 kind of form down into maybe just a single file snake around the Daytona International Speedway. Well, the green flag pit stops we're looking at, possibly just doing the math real quick in my head, it's probably going to be about 8 laps, maybe the most tonight for these drivers. So we'll see if any of these drivers currently, who's going to risk it tonight and go the long haul, or who will kind of pull her down the pit road first. The big key tonight is who is going to have the drafting help tonight. When you come to pit road, you don't want to be the only one coming to pit road. You want to have somebody coming with you to help you. That's why you see the Strano brothers. They are now nose to tail on the outside groove. You should probably see them move to the inside here sooner or later tonight. A little bit farther back into the field, you do find the DRAFTTOP.com, number 48 of Michael Bromley. Brand new colors on this DRAFTTOP machine. It's close to the Halloween time of year here in the United States, and you do see the Headless Horseman on the side of this DRAFTTOP.com. His teammate Donald Bennett just out ahead of him. Cody Levitt also an affiliate to that team. He is running just ahead of them also with Kevin O'Brien right there. Nathan Maurer is sitting back here with his sim box number 71. Right now he is running 25th. Everybody still, except for one driver inside this lead pack. And right now the difference between leading and 29th tonight, 3 seconds currently on our timing and scoring. No change at the front of the field. It is still Brandon Minto down to the inside. It is still going to be Richard Murdoch ripping the lip here tonight. A couple drivers did duck down now. You see the Strano Brothers race team. They do dive down onto the bottom groove here. That will leave the Renaissance Nutrition number 84 of Christopher Rothrock to the outside. He will try to pick up a couple positions here before the green flag pit cycle starts. And Mitchell, all sorts of out of shape in the 924. The DuPont 924 here tonight. The DuPont machine has been to victory lane numerous times at the Daytona International Speedway in real life with Jeff Gordon behind the wheel. Will Zach Mitchell be able to make it his second win of the season and take that DuPont Chevrolet to victory lane? A long way to go just yet before we can crown a winner. Minto will come out of turn 4 this time. He'll complete lap number 15, and that will make him the race leader at the line. He officially takes a bonus point tonight. Richard Murdoch trying to get a little draft off of Doug Neal. You see Doug Neal to the outside. Remember, he missed the drop of the green flag here tonight, the driver of the 77 out of Georgia. He stays to the high side, and everybody will work around the sim box number 77. That will drop Doug Neal another lap down off the race pace here tonight. Lap 16, and we are still clean and green here tonight as we look back off our race leader. This is Brandon Minto, your race leader. Corey Silva right behind him, trailing, pushing. No takers to pit lane this time by, so everybody will stay hammered down, and they will keep on ticking here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Good racing so far. Richard Murdoch getting a great push there by Ryan O'Donnell down the front straightaway. That'll push the 0-1 of Murdoch out into the race lead. Oh, big moment there as Higgins looks a little out of shape there. Going down into turn number 1, he was able to gather it up by the time they came off of turn number 2 to work down this big back straightaway. Right now, Rob Higgins is the second car in line. He has got a Ford affiliate teammate out in front of him, Ryan O'Donnell. Will there be any takers this time to pit road? Brandon Minto, he will dive off. He's going to come to pit road. A couple of them towards the back also going to come to pit road. It's Minto, Souza, Blum, Maurer, Levitt, Bromley, Bennett. They are all coming to pit road this time by. Dustin Gainey also in this group of cars. This is where you don't want to make any mistakes if you're these drivers. Just clean in, clean out. Ryan O'Donnell leads him down the back straightaway with Richard Murdoch, Rob Higgins, Corey Silva. Then it's going to be James Heater. DJ Anderson, Christopher Rothrock still on the outside with the Renaissance Nutrition 84, the 42 of Max Theriault also right there. More drivers looking like they're going to come to pit road. Here comes your race leaders. About half the field once again. Richard Murdoch going to come in hot. Oh, a big lock up there by Higgins. We'll have to see if he was able to get her load up to pit road speed. Higgins locks up the checkered flag auto supply tires on the 941. So far, so good to pit road for everybody that came down on that first stint of green flag pit stops. It looks like everybody was able to find their pit stalls and no pit road penalties for the first group of drivers to pit road. Looks like Bruce Potter may have had a little bit of an issue. He will go a lap down there. Now will Rothrock, Terriel, Anderson, Buckley, will they all come to pit road this time? James Skelton looks like he maybe has a little bit of an issue on pit road. This time, everybody coming to pit road except for one driver. He will stay out. I believe that's Bruce Potter. Oh, Christopher Rothrock gonna miss the entry to pit road. That's the mistake you didn't want to have happen here. It is a long way back around this big 2.5-mile super speedway for Christopher Rothrock. He misses the entry into pit road, and now he's just trying to keep it under control. He will hook it down to the apron and see if he can get back around here. Let's look back and see what happened to Christopher Rothrock. He was trying to enter pit road. There you see him. He come down, he just locks up the front tires, and once he locks them up, he's not able to turn the Renaissance Nutrition 84, and out into the grass he goes. Unfortunate for Chris, as he was now the race leader when he was about to enter pit road, and now he will have to go all the way back around. Race off pit road here will be won by Max Terriot, but will he be able to gather the race lead as he is looking to go down the back straightaway? Nobody behind Max Terriot. That is a lonely feeling. Look at everybody. It's about 3 seconds back. Christopher Rothrock out of fuel on the back straightaway. You saw Christopher Rothrock trying to limp it back to pit road. He is out of fuel, coasting on the apron for the driver out of Pennsylvania. Rothrock just has to bring it back around here to get fuel in his machine. The car is coasting out there on track. Here is the pack, though. Minto, Buckley, Souza, Anderson, Butler, Wells, Levitt, Blum, Bennett. They're all right here in this pack. Max Terriot, 3-second race lead over the rest of the field. And it does tell us on our scoring that Max Terriot was able to get some fuel in the 42. So he didn't miss pit road. But this pack will eat into that. Already 1 second last time by that they gained on the 42 of Max Terriot. Right now, Max is down the straightaway 187.88 miles an hour. This pack right here, 206 at the line. Rothrock able to get down to pit road with his Renaissance Nutrition machine. On board here with the DRAFTTOP.com, number 2 of Josh Buckley. You see him, he's working upon the 42 of Terriot. Look at the closing rate. Terriot just going to stay to the bottom. The rest of the field will work to the outside here. Terriot's not going to be in any danger of losing a draft. He will be able to funnel in here somewhere in this group. This time by leading lap number 22 tonight. It is going to be the driver of the number 2 of Josh Buckley. Buckley will lead this time by at the line with DJ Anderson, Sean Butler, Jason Wells, Brandon Minto, Tim Blum, Max Terriot, Corey Silva, James Heater, and Nathan Maurer. That is your top 10 here after the first round of the green flag pit cycle. There you see the 84, Christopher Rothrock. He is back out onto the speedway, though he is currently a couple laps down. Looks like he will go 3 laps down right now to the race leader of Josh Buckley. Nothing wrong with the 84 machine. He was able to keep it clean. He did cut through the grass just a little bit, but no damage to the 84, Christopher Rothrock. Cody Levitt able to work his way inside the top 15 for the first time here tonight. Levitt started towards the back of this field. Looks like it was a 27th place starting spot tonight for Cody Levitt. He is now up to 13th. There you see the two Fords right now lined up side by side, and a big run by the outside group. Just a 3-car train to the outside. It's the 20 of Minto, the 10 of Blum, and they are going to leave Corey Silva sitting on the island all by himself to the outside. 2 Fords leave the Chevrolet to the outside hung, so now it will be 3 Fords at the front of the field leading this train. Then it's the Toyota of DJ Anderson, the Chevrolet of Corey Silva, but there's still no help to the outside. Here comes the 4 of Kyle Souza. He will come to the outside. He will come to Corey Silva's rescue. There you see. Now that's the 18 of James Heater that now works his way to the outside groove. Getting a report, no pit road penalties for any driver. Christopher Rothrock, actually it is 1 pit road penalty tonight. And that will go to this driver right here, driving the 01 out of Somerville, South Carolina. It is Richard Murdoch. Murdoch speeding on pit road, too fast entering for the driver of the 01. He is shown currently into the 26th position on our timing and scoring. So Murdoch will go from inside the top 5 all the way to the 26th position. He has Dustin Gainey just behind him in the lows, number 15. Doesn't look like any penalty for Dustin Gainey, just a slow re-entry back onto the raceway. So these two drivers are nose to tail. So that is a little bit of saving grace for Murdoch and Gainey that they have each other. They are working up upon the Australian, though, of Kevin O'Brien. There you see the Hot Wheels machine. He also is running in the 25th position. So these guys right now currently are sitting about 18 seconds back from this pack right here. Going to be Brandon Minto, the Air Force man, down the back straightaway. The driver out of Oklahoma, right now residing in New Jersey. Corey Silva getting shuffled once again. Kyle Souza to the outside. He's going to bring the 18 of DJ Anderson with him. Tony Strano also up there. Here comes Christopher Rothrock trying to possibly get a lap back the old-fashioned way. Go up and get it. Don't rely on the caution flag to fly here tonight to get a wave around. Right now, he would be in that wave around position, would be Christopher Rothrock. But if he can go up here, get a lap back, and then a caution flag come out, that's almost one of those bonus. It's a 2-for-1 right there for Rothrock. Looks like currently 1 driver off the speedway here tonight, and that is the driver of the 86 of James Skelton. Looks like he has pulled that Toyota behind the wall here tonight. Tough luck for the driver out South Carolina. He doesn't have to worry or rely on points. James Skelton does have a win. He has a win all the way back. That was at the Lucas Oil Raceway. He spun and won back at Lucas Oil. He was able to lead 32 laps of that event and led the last one, which was the big one in that. That's what puts him officially locked in to race for a championship. This front pack right here does consist of 15 drivers. The last place man in this pack is going to be the driver of the 48 of Michael Bromley. He is sitting there 15th. To find the second group of cars, they are 6 seconds behind that front pack, and this is Joe Strano, Ryan O'Donnell, Sean Single, Tim Combs. Ethan Troutman is also in this group. They are trying to catch back up to that front pack there. Now they are working side by side. There's another group of cars back here. This is Michael Trevarthen, Rob Higgins, Bruce Potter. They are running 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, respectively, tonight here on lap number 30. Still a long way to go. A lot of racing left in this one. Right now, Joe Strano is leading this group of cars. Believe we have a, possibly, a live look in here. That is the driver of the 43, the Green Forestry Supply number 43. That is Joe Strano that you see there. That is your Draft Top live look-in camera here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway as we follow the 43 of Strano, who's back here in that 16th position. Just behind him is Ryan O'Donnell. This is what it looks like. This is the cockpit view of the 43, and that's the man piloting this machine here tonight, Joe Strano. Look at him in his office space here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. I'd say out for a Monday evening stroll here with the lights on at Daytona. That is what it looks like for the driver of the 43 of Joe Strano. That was a live look in there, courtesy of DRAFTTOP.com, which is our sponsor here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway for the Draft Top 187.5. Race fans, if you're not drinking topless, you're not drinking your beer correctly. You need to head on over to DRAFTTOP.com and get your Draft Top bar tool today. A look back at the front of the field here. You see the number 20. That is Brandon Minto. Brandon Minto leads down the back straightaway. You know what's great about tonight, race fans? We are here at the Daytona International Speedway, and this is the driver of Brandon Minto. There you see him using his Oculus here tonight to super speedway race. He is not one of the drivers that are locked into the championship hunt. Brandon Minto would like to park it in victory lane here tonight. Minto, when he came into the night, needed a lot of help. He was sitting 20th in the championship standings. He knows his fate here tonight is win or be left out of the championship. So we'll see if this U.S. Air Force Barstool Sports machine, Miller Lite entry, will be able to up into a position where he will be able to race for a championship. Or maybe Josh Buckley. He was just over at the racing school, taking some laps around the track, courtesy of the racing school, which does sponsor the SK Modified Series that you can catch right here on a Thursday evening. Starting this week, the Red Light Racing SK Series, presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, will be back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the season opener at the Phoenix International Speedway. Live time on Thursday for that is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. A lot of the drivers you see here tonight, like Josh Buckley, Max Terriol, Kyle Souza, Joe Strano, and a slew of other drivers. As green flag pit stops, round number 2 going to come our way. Here comes Brandon Minto to pit road. He's going to get it woed up just in time. So it'll be 3 drivers to pit road here. Minto, Blum, and Souza all coming to pit road, and they will bring the second group of cars to pit road also. Here comes, this is, I believe, the 43 of Joe Strano coming to pit road, bringing Ryan O'Donnell, Troutman, Combs, Single, Trevarthen, Higgins, Potter. They will all come to pit road. That turns now the race lead over to Joshua Buckley. So Buckley leading the single car parade around this track. Will he come to pit road? Here comes the 71 of Nathan Maurer. Corey Silva going to come to pit road. Tony Strano will come to pit road. Strano with almost contact there. You see him coming to pit road. There is damage now to the Victory Junction rear end. That's the live look in with the number 3 as he comes to pit road. Unhappy, shaking his head that he was rear-ended coming to pit road. Just a little bit of damage on the Victory Junction number 3. You see the disbelief, just how hard these drivers do work here. As now he will see if he can get that damage done as he pulls out of the pit road. Still waiting on these drivers. Buckley, Anderson, Butler, Wells, Terrill, Heater to come to pit road. Looks like they will keep on ticking again. Looks like James Heater going to bring the Low Line Racing Toyota to pit road. he will get down to pit road speed. Paging through, and a too fast entering pit road penalty for the driver of the number 48, the DRAFTTOP.com machine of Michael Bromley. Busted onto pit road. Too fast entering for Michael Bromley. Sean Single also taking a pit road penalty of too fast entering for the driver out of New England. So right now, Sean Single is being shown back into the 26th position. Single, one of those rookies this season. You notice that it has the 9 in front of the 14. That is the 914, indicating to all the other drivers and all of you race fans that he is a rookie this season. He was right there on that championship bubble. This is not going to help the case to get him into that top 12. He came in tonight sitting about 15 points out of a championship battle that he could get himself locked into here. Well, now it's going to be a long road to hoe as your leaders are to pit road. There you see the DRAFTTOP.com, number 2 of Josh Buckley. He's to pit road. That'll turn the lead over possibly to this man. This is James Heater. So James Heater will come back around here, and he should be able to leapfrog Sean Butler, DJ Anderson, Max Terrill, and Wells. But you see just behind them, that is Brandon Minto, Kyle Souza, Tim Blum, Nathan Maurer, and just on the tail of this group, that is Corey Silva. There you see they did catch the 18 of James Heater, but it is that man they are trying to run down. The Trust Me Vaca Gen X number 88 of Sean Butler. He is currently the race leader. Already halfway home tonight here at the Daytona International Speedway. Second round of green flag pit stops being completed. We will give you a quick rundown here in just a couple of moments to show you who is where. 42 of Max Terrill going to be swallowed up by this pack, I believe, in just about a lap or two. Not even, give it about a corner or two. Race fans, this is the point in the race, though, that we got to thank you all tonight for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series tonight, presented by DRAFTTOP.com. For the Draft Top 187.5 here at the Daytona International Speedway. Race fans, if it's your first time tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we appreciate you all stopping by. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, get a notification anytime we go live, whether it be from the high banks of the Daytona International Speedway all the way to Bristol Motor Speedway. And everything in between dirt to Daytona, we have it here for all you race fans. Right now, you see it as Sean Butler, but this pack is coming. Max Terrill, Wells, Heater, Maurer, Minto, they are all coming down the back straightaway. This time, 40 laps completed. 41 this time by will be completed. Who will lead lap 41? Taking a peek through. Josh Buckley, too fast entering pit road, speeding on pit road. He was penalized. There you see him. He is just now coming to the start-finish line. The DRAFTTOP.com number 2. Looks like Sean Butler playing hocus pocus tonight. He is still continuing to be the race leader. Sean Single and Josh Buckley, though, are battling for that final position for the lucky dog. Looks like Single will go to the outside. Buckley will stay down low, and he will now block the freight train that was coming by the 88 of Sean Butler. So Single going to the outside. He is now in that lucky dog spot. There is no other lap down car in this front pack, so he will be the lucky dog unless Josh Buckley goes a lap down, then that will take away the lucky dog from Sean Single. Rob Higgins would be the next car up the road, and he is all by himself. That's the lonely feeling here at Daytona. These cars definitely go a little bit faster. I say a little bit, I mean about 15 miles an hour faster. And there you see the pack as we look back here. Checker flag, auto supply, onboard camera with Rob Higgins looking backwards. That pack is going to catch him before we turn the next lap. So Sean Butler is the race leader here after the green flag pit cycle has all really cycled itself through. Let's take you through your top 10 positions on the Speedway. Out front is the Trust Me Vodka 88 of Sean Butler. He is locked in. He does not have to worry about the points here tonight. DJ Anderson, that's a different story. DJ Anderson, driver of this 51 out of Virginia. He has to win this race to advance. He came into the night 30th. Not a chance to point himself in. He just has to win this race. Max Terriel, he is locked in. He is running third. There you see the driver of the 64 of Wells. Wells running in the 4 spot, showing so much speed this season. He came into the night just running 10 points out of the championship hunt. We'll see at the end of the night if he's able to work himself into the postseason. Right now, he is running in the 4th spot. James Heater, he is locked in the Low Line Racing 18 Toyota. He is running in the 5th position tonight. Nathan Maurer. After hunting for Bambi last week, race fans, because it is hunting season in Pennsylvania, Nathan Maurer missing last week's race at the Hillsborough Speedway. He is currently running 6th. He also would need to win here tonight to lock himself in. So right now, 6th for Nathan Maurer. Running in the 7th position, it's the Full Throttle Racing U.S. Air Force driver. It is Brandon Minto. Minto knows pretty much his deal tonight is win and lock in. Running 7th, Kyle Souza, driver of the number 4. He was pretty much on the cut line. He was just 8 points above that cut line coming into the night. Right now, he is out dueling Eric Johnson, who I don't believe actually is here this evening. So Kyle Souza moving up 1, Ryan O'Donnell then would move up 1. Sitting in 9th position, though, it's the primetime racer. This is Corey Silva. Silva running into the 9th spot. He also would need a win to get in tonight. And then rounding out the top 10, well, it was going to be Tim Blum, but Tim Blum decided to hit the go, baby, go button. He jumps to the outside, and now he is running inside the top 10. Tim Blum also locked in to the postseason. So right now, leading the pack is 2 drivers that are not a lap down, but they are at the tail end of this field. It is Rob Higgins and Joshua Buckley. Brandon Yeet Minto not going to wait any longer. Look at Tim Blum doing his best Dale Earnhardt senior impression. From 10th to 2nd in just 1 lap. Tim Blum, the Florida native, letting it be known that he is here and he is ready to race tonight. So with Tim Blum now running in 2nd, will he go up and try and lead a lap? One of the drivers up out of the groove there, that is the 64 of Wells. It looks like he will go to the back of this pack, which is currently Corey Silva. Cody Levitt looks like he has lost the main pack, and now he is back here. That is the 3 of Tony Strano and the 13 of Donald Bennett. Well, it looks like we know exactly where the damage on the number 3 machine came from. It looks like that was from the driver of the 13 of Donald Bennett. There you see the live look in once again with one of our drivers here tonight. That is the number 13 of Donald Bennett that you see on screen, racing from inside the comfort of his house, his sim rig. As Tony Strano will move to the outside, that will let Bennett go and get to the back of the 38 of Cody Levitt. So now will Strano be able to just tuck in there and ride behind these 2 drivers. Just behind them, you see them working down the back straightaway. Troutman, O'Dani, Mitchell, and Strano, along with Combs in this group. Sitting about 14 seconds behind them, it's this group of cars. Murdoch, Gainey, Potter, Trevarthen, Bromley's in there, Rothrock. A whole slew of drivers on different strategies making up this group of cars. Brandon Minto still leading the charge here. Everybody has now gone single file. And your lucky dog machine would be the 914 of Sean Single currently. There you see your whole front pack, single file with 26 laps to go. Not yet in the pit window to make it the rest of the way on fuel. We will see which driver has the best strategy here tonight. Once again, you are watching the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series tonight, presented by DRAFTTOP.com. Watching the Draft Top 187.5 here from the Daytona International Speedway on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Currently, we have been clean and green from the start of this race to where we are right now with 25 laps to go. These drivers putting on one heck of a show here tonight from Daytona. The lights are on. The heat is turned up here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway because it is a championship track. I say championship track as it is a cutoff race here. It's the last chance for these drivers to work themselves into a championship spot, as this group of three is just about to turn into a whole bunch more. It's going to be Cody Levitt all the way back here to Tim Combs. So it'll be the 11th position all the way to 18th under a blanket of cars. Once they go single file, we'll see if they are able to work up to that pack that's out in front of them. Just 24 laps to go. Cody Levitt looks like he's having a little bit of his internet connection issues here to the iRacing.com server. As we go back up front, 24 to go. Out of turn 4 this time, and he takers to pit road. Nobody thinks they can make it to the end of the race at this point, so everybody will stay out. Looking to see who's the fastest on our timing and scoring charts here tonight. And it looks like it is actually going to be Donald Bennett who is the fastest driver tonight. He has gone as fast as 44.42 seconds here tonight. So Donald Bennett having the quickest lap so far this evening. He is sitting there second in this second group of cars. Green flag pit stops happening right here. 22 to go. Oh, one of them off into the grass. Looks like that is Rob Higgins who has taken the checkered flag auto supply machine out there into the grass. So Rob Higgins going to get an unsafe pit entry here coming to pit road with just 22 laps to go. Let's take it back here and watch Higgins entering pit road. Locks him up, just what Rothrock did, except the driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts will pull the checkered flag auto supply right down onto pit road. That will be an unsafe pit entry, so he will have a little bit of a penalty on his docket here tonight. There you see your race leaders. James Heater will come back across here with Sean Butler, DJ Anderson, Max Terriot, Nathan Maurer. Couple drivers coming off pit road there. They will go a lap down to the race leaders. There you see the number 2 of Joshua Buckley. He is one lap down, running in the 16th spot. He's put himself into that lucky dog position. Brandon Minto made his final pit stop of the evening. He's got the number 10 of Tim Blum underneath him, trying to push that number 20 back to the front of the field. Just a two-car tandem, these two Fords. Donald Bennett coming out of pit road. Corey Silva, Kyle Souza to pit road for their final stop of the evening. Michael Bromley also down on the pit road with his DRAFTTOP.com machine. His front group of cars, when will they come? They're all kind of spread out here. The low-line racer of Heater will now jump to the inside. He will come to pit road. It looked like Buckley wanted to come to pit road, but he will not. It will be James Heater. and Nathan Maurer to pit road. Butler, Anderson, Terrill, they all stay out. Green flag pit stops for the final time here this evening. Right now, working themselves through. Waiting on just your top 4 drivers that you see in here. A couple mixed in lap down cars also with this. Josh Buckley. There you see the 941. Also involved there. He is in this pack. It was a too fast and unsafe pit entry for Rob Higgins in the 941, so that will put him a couple laps down to the race leaders. And here they come. Buckley going to bring him to pit road. One of them stays out. That is Max Terrill, but Sean Butler, DJ Anderson, and Wells all coming to pit road with 18 laps to go here at Daytona. With Max Terrill staying out here, maybe he thinks he needs to run another lap just in case there was a caution flag to take us into a green-white checker. Then he would not have to pit in the MK Medic machine. The driver out of Canada always has the strategy in his head before he shows up at the track. He probably puts in more hours on the iRacing simulator than some of these racers do all week long. He puts them in a day. He wants to know how the car is going to react. He wants to know what kind of fuel strategy he can play. He'll come to pit road for the final time this evening. There is Wells. He is coming off pit road, but he's going to get swallowed up by the Brandon Minto, Tim Blum brigade. They right now are on pace to take over the race lead here with 16 laps to go when they come back around here. They got a little bit of a lead, currently looking like about a second lead over James Heater. Heater does have the draft, just a little bit of that draft by your race leaders. We'll see if he's going to be able to keep in tow as Nathan Maurer is coming to the rescue here, as he should be able to get to the back of the 18 and give him a good push. There's your leader of Max Terrill, but here is the dynamic duo right now that are up to speed. The drivers out of the full throttle race stable. You see the flames on Minto's machine. You see the flames on Tim Blum. You see no flames on Max Terrill as they storm on by him. Look how fast those two that are hooked up are going compared to the 42 of Max Terrill. Right now with Brandon Minto leading the charge here. Look at how focused he is as we bring up our draft top live look in camera. That's your race leader right now. That machine, the number 20, with 16 laps to go. That is Brandon Minto and how focused he is running his virtual reality headset here tonight. All these drivers, different strategies, virtual reality, single screen, ultra wides, triple screens here tonight. A whole bunch of drivers using a whole bunch of different sim equipment. Different wheels ranging from Thrustmaster to Logitech all the way to Fanatec. Drivers have their preferences, and right now Minto has a Fanatec and a VR headset. Racing from his living room out of New Jersey. He is the race leader, but it will be a 4-car battle before you know it. Because here is Tim Blum on his back end. Then it's James Heater, Nathan Maurer. They are right there now, back into this. At the line, 15 to go, and it is a 4-car, little bit of a breakaway. About a second and a half back to this man of Max Terrill. He has lost the draft here tonight. He is not in contention with those top 4 drivers. He is losing ground as this run goes on. There you see it as we go with the headrest camera here in the 42 of Max Terrill tonight. Leaders are side by side battling for the race lead, so that will now shuffle the 18 of James Heater to the race lead. Heater takes the race lead. He jumps down to the bottom. That is going to let Nathan Maurer, who pushed him all the way to the front, out there on the island all by himself. Maurer will go from running second all the way to running fourth now here at Daytona with 14 laps to go. Look at the group that's just behind them, though. There it is. The gap, just 2 seconds from the race lead back to the 5th position. That's the Alienware, Jason Wells machine, Terrill right there, Butler, Anderson, also right there. The Primetime Racing, number 94, Corey Silva is right there. Then it's the 4, Kyle Souza having himself a great run here tonight, trying to point his way in. If he can't go up there and win tonight, he can point his way in. He was 11th coming into the evening. And right now, with him running in the 10th spot, He has himself a solid chance. Right now, if this race ended, Kyle Souza would be in the championship 12. 13 laps to go here at the Daytona International Speedway for the draft top 187.5. Race fans, we really appreciate you all tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, tonight presented by DRAFTTOP.com. There is your front four under the blanket: Heater, Minto, Blum, Maurer. Right now, they are your top four, and they are slowly losing ground to this second group of cars. More cars, more speed. That's how it works when we come to the Daytona International Speedway or the Talladega Super Speedway. Single cars, you see them at your mile-and-a-half tracks and your short tracks run away and hide. Here at Daytona, not going to happen. Speeds going into turn number 1 for James Heater, 103. Speeds here for Wells, 106 miles an hour into turn number 1 with Josh Buckley pushing that Alienware machine. Buckley knows he needs to be on the lead lap when this race ends. Right now, if we threw the checkered flag tonight, Buckley would be sitting on the outside looking in. They are catching your race leaders. Half a second that time. Gone. As your race leaders are racing, they are not lined up. Minto having to duck out of line. That will now, with 11 to go, you can officially say that Wells has the race leaders draft, and that will pull everybody here from the 10th position up into having a chance for the race win here tonight. Next time by, it'll be double high fives from the flagman at the line. Half a lap away from 10 laps to go. Wells jumps to the outside now of the 71 of Nathan Maurer. Nobody's going to go with him, though. All by myself to the outside lane for Wells. He's making it work, though. He's able to pick off the 10 of Tim Blum and Nathan Maurer. Wells gets away from the side draft. Now he comes back down. Double high five from the flagman. 10 laps to go here at Daytona. Wells able to make the outside lane work. He is hopping car by car, one at a time, picking them off. Will he be able to win and lock himself in? He's one of those drivers. He was outside of the top 12 coming into the night. Wells pretty much needs to finish inside the top 3 or win it. There's no easier way than to win and lock yourself in. You don't want to let it up to the points at the end of it, because then you get into the what-if factor. What if I let a lap? What if I just didn't get caught up in the wreck in Charlotte at the Roval? What happens? You can play the what-if game all night long. Wells will now pull side by side with the race leader as they enter turn number 1 with 9 laps to go. 9 to go, and Wells will clear. Wells will take the race lead with 9 laps to go all by himself, doing it the manhandle way. Wells, your new race leader. Wells now will try and get a little bit of a draft. That is the 84 of Christopher Rothrock. Right now, he is currently a couple laps down, but he is out in front of the race leaders. Wells will take a little bit of a draft out of Rothrock, and that will pull the Alienware 64 out of turn number 4. They will be looking at just 8 laps to go. Rothrock will take the Renaissance Nutrition 84 to the outside lane. He will fall another lap down. Damage to the Renaissance Nutrition machine. Remember, he missed pit road also, so his day has not gone how he would have liked it to go. Rothrock was running 19th in the points championship coming into the night, so it will not be a top 12 in the point standings run for the driver out of Pennsylvania. Rothrock will have to hope for next year to be just a little bit better, but his season isn't over. There's still something to run for. That odd man out in the championship hunt, there is a prize at the end of the year for him too. As now, you got 2 teammates hooked up to the outside lane. Brandon Minto, Tim Blum, Corey Silva, Kyle Souza, they will have to come to pit road. With 7 laps to go, some of your race leaders coming to pit road. Not enough fuel in the Ford Brigade or Corey Silva. They were possibly hoping for a late race yellow flag, and they did not get it. Other drivers to pit road. Ryan O'Donnell, Joe Schirano, Tony Strano, Troutman, Combs, they're also all down on pit road. Do these drivers of Butler and Anderson have enough fuel to go the rest of the way? They stopped on lap number 57. It might be just too short by a lap or two for these drivers. I think Max Terriel is sitting in the catbird seat. He pitted on lap 58. And if he goes 22 laps, it'll be the farthest that we've seen any driver go here tonight. There you see Tony Strano and that whole brigade coming off of pit lane. See our draft top live look-in camera once again, looking at the number 3 here of Tony Strano driving the Victory Junction number 3. You see the damage to the back end of that number 3. The number 3 so famous when you come to the Daytona International Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Sr., 7-time champion in NASCAR, making the number 3 famous. And as of late, Austin Dillon being able to pilot that number 3 in NASCAR. Tony Strano, though, here with the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, piloting that as Joe Strano. As we look in at Joe, he will now go by his brother, and he will now keep on ticking. 43 of Joe Strano being pushed by the Office Max, number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Right now, Strano, that is Joe Strano that you see there on screen. He is running into the 18th position currently. These drivers are one lap down to the race leader. See if they can work their way back up. Another group of cars to pit road. Richard Murdoch, Dustin Gainey, Michael Trevarthen will all come down. They cannot make it the rest of the way on fuel. Still waiting on this front group of cars to decide who's going to have to jet to pit road. It won't be this time. It'll be just 4 laps to go at the line. Just over 10 more miles of racing to go here tonight at Daytona. Can Wells get up here? We've seen the horses underneath the 64, the bonnet of that Chevrolet. Here comes DJ Anderson. He'll go to the outside. He'll block the 71 of Nathan Maurer. Maurer came with a head of steam. Now it'll be DJ Anderson to the outside of the 88 of Sean Butler as they work into turn 3. Out of turn 4 they come. It'll be 3 laps to go, and it will be a new race leader. DJ Anderson to the point here. DJ Anderson leading. But here comes Nathan Maurer, the Lancaster, Pennsylvania driver, driving for the Snuff Race Team, the Simbox 71. Been quietly just laying in the weeds all night long. Josh Buckley sitting back there. He may have a word in who is going to finish where tonight. Popsicle Sticks will come out this time by at the line. It'll be 5 more miles of racing here at the big Daytona International Speedway. 2 laps to go as the Popsicle Sticks go in the air. Oh, DJ Anderson going to get turned from the race lead. They are crashing. Wells into the outside wall with 2 laps to go. Green flag stays out here at Daytona. Green flag is gonna stay out as some craziness just happened on the front straightaway. It'll be just coming to get 1 lap to go. It is Nathan Maurer, though. Max Terriel, James Heater, Maurer. There you see the distance caution flag gonna come out. Caution flag coming out as Sean Butler has turned the Trust Me Vodka. That will throw the monkey wrench in tonight. As that is the first caution flag here of the evening. We will have to go back and let's start from the beginning here tonight. That was a wild one, and we will have to start all the way back in the tri-oval. Let's go back here and watch the 88 of Sean Butler. There we see DJ Anderson already turned around. We're going to see if we can go a little bit farther back. There we see the push through the tri-oval from Sean Butler to DJ Anderson. You see DJ spinning down there. See the 88 goes spinning. He's going to just touch the inside wall here. He hammers back into it. He's going to spin it around. Here the green flag is still out. What happens now to Sean Butler once he goes back out here? Sean Butler going to go straight back up onto the track and almost gets into traffic, and then he does. That's Bruce Potter. Bruce Potter, who was just trying to make it around the speedway, gets involved there with Sean Butler. Let's see, here's Sean Butler up into the outside wall. Lost it on his own when he came back out onto the track, and that is not what a lot of these drivers wanted to see. Take it back here once again. Let's see if we can watch. I believe we have a couple different angles at this one. Let's watch it from here. There you see the 51 of DJ Anderson going for a ride, and there's Rothrock and Wells, and the 18 also involved in that one of James Heater. Sean Butler gets back up going. Where is the Bruce Potter machine? Let's follow Bruce Potter here. Bruce was running in the 27th position. In the back, the blue number 59. Nowhere to go as Butler was just spun in front of him. So that will throw a monkey wrench into everything we were talking about, as that 2 to go signal as just displayed here tonight. As we come back live. So we'll have to see what just transpired there. Where is it going to leave everybody? Because this is going to shuffle the field. Some drivers had enough fuel to make it to the end. Some drivers did not. So where will this put somebody like the 4 of Kyle Souza? Kyle stays out here. So that will put Cody Levitt to restart in second. Restarting third will be Donald Bennett. Max Terriot will restart fourth. James Heater fifth. Brandon Minto sixth. Zach Mitchell seventh. Corey Silva eighth. DJ Anderson ninth. And I believe it should be Nathan Maurer in 10th. As we take a live look in here, looking at the Turn 3 Racing Network, DRAFTTOP.com, number 13 of Donald Bennett. That's what he looks like right now, strategizing, talking with his team, trying to figure out where he could put this number 13. He does not have a win this season here with Red Light Racing. He could win right here and put himself in. So the iRacing pace car lights are off. Race fans, this will be green-white checker attempt number 1 here this evening. It's been a great race so far, race fans. We hope you enjoyed tonight's race, brought to us by DRAFTTOP.com. Get your Draft Top bar tool today over at DRAFTTOP.com. Lights come back on the pace car as not everybody is into their position, so we will go around one more time. And as we go around, we are going to catch our breath, and we will be back here, as it looks like the 13 of Donald Bennett does not have enough fuel now to make it the rest of the way. So we will take a break, and we'll be right back to bring you more racing action here at Daytona. Welcome back here to the Daytona International Speedway. Pace car lights once again are off. That means next time by, we're going to let the horses sing here at Daytona. A couple drivers did have to come down pit road to top off. It looks like Donald Bennett had to go take a splash of fuel, and he will now rejoin the race, but it will be towards the back of the field. This caution flag coming out with just 2 laps to go tonight in this very... I don't want to say the wrong word, but this is a high-pressure situation for a lot of these drivers here tonight. Some of these guys need a win to make it into the championship hunt. Some of these drivers, like Terry Heater, Mitchell, they're already locked in. They don't have to worry about who's going to win. They can go out and try to win. Levitt, Souza, on the other hand, though, they can't fumble here. Minto, right there, cannot fumble. iRacing pace car down on the way. It'll be just 2 laps to go as the popsicle sticks once again fly with the green flag here tonight. Looks like a good restart by the entire field. Everybody coming up through the gears. The 42 of Terriot pushing that forward. Number 4, Kyle Souza out. Now Terriot's going to go to the outside. He's going to get in front of Cody Levitt down the back straightaway. See everybody trying to find their dancing partner here at the end of this one. Corey Silva back up into it. It'll be 1 lap to go this time by as they are crashing in the tri-oval. Caution flag going to come back out. Josh Buckley involved in this one. Buckley, it looks like the 15 of Gainey. Strano is involved. Tony Strano trying to gather up the victory junction, number 3. Corey Silva possibly involved in the Primetime Racing 94 machine also. We're going to have to go back. This is going to be green-white checker attempt number 2 tonight once we go back racing. This is caution flag number 2 of the evening. Waiting for the truck to tell us they have it all queued up for us. Let's see if we can catch a couple angles of this one. Oh, Dustin Gainey to the back of Maurer, which sets off the chain reaction. Oh, Tim Combs real hard down to the inside wall. 48 of Michael Bromley going to come through there, but there you see the 3 of Strano. 62, that is Troutman. Buckley spun down pit road in his draft top number 2 machine. There you see him. Maybe a little right rear damage on his machine as he pulls away. Let's go back. Let's watch it. Out of the corner 4. Oh, just a bad bump there from Gainey to the back of the 71 of Maurer. And then it's on. There you see Buckley come down. I'm not quite sure who was involved in that. Oh, that's the 31 of Michael Trevarthen. He got into the back of the number 2. Metalhead Motorsports driver of Michael Trevarthen involved. His chances tonight at winning up in smoke. And he's right there on that bubble. He's not locked in. Michael Bromley just shooting the gap on that. Go in car here with Michael Bromley. Well, when the seas part, sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. Michael Bromley will make it through that incident. Kyle Souza still out here trying to risk it. His fuel strategy on the line here tonight for a championship berth. It's now Souza, Mitchell, Terriot, Minto. James Heater, DJ Anderson, Donald Bennett, Cody Levitt, Joe Strano, Ethan Troutman, Ryan O'Donnell, your top 11 drivers. Race fans, it's been a wild one here at Daytona. As we will turn the pace car lights off, let's see if we will go back racing next time by here tonight. Race fans, you want to get out on track with the red light and get yourself a rig. Either from mild to wild, they can build it for you. Not just for iRacing, you say you want to play flight sim? Well, guess what? They can build you a flight simulator to run the brand new flight sim. If you want to play Fortnite, don't worry. They have you covered also. But if you really want to come out here and race with these boys, head on over to redlightracing.net. Sign up today to get behind the wheel. This is not the only red light racing action we're going to catch this week. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series is coming this Thursday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're going to be able to catch all that racing action live. The season is getting ready to kick off. Some old faces in the same place, like 42 of Max Terriot that you see here tonight. He is the second car to the inside lane. He will be trying to get back into, well, we'll call it the championship land. Missed out last year on just a couple of points, as Brian Hacker, the rookie, was able to outduel him at the end of the season. Who will outduel who, though, here tonight? Green-white checker attempt number 2 will come our way. iRacing pace car is down and away, and the green flag is back out. 2 laps to go here at Daytona. Does Kyle Souza have enough fuel in the number 4 to make it the rest of the way on fuel? Not a great start there by the 42 of Max Terriot. Great start there by Zach Mitchell, though, as he will now dive down with the DuPont, number 924. He will take the race lead down the back straightaway. As is he out of fuel? Mitchell down to the bottom. That'll leave a hole. Here comes Brandon Minto. Here comes DJ Anderson. Side by side into turn 3. Side by side racing battle at the front of the field. Zach Mitchell is out of fuel. He is coasting down into turn number 3. This time out of turn number 4, the white flag will be displayed. 1 lap to go, presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. 1 lap of racing, just 2.5 miles of racing to go. It is Brandon Minto right now out front of DJ Anderson. Cody Levitt is right there, though. Donald Bennett right there in the number 13 machine. 6 cars go side by side down the back straightaway. 1 lap to go. Here comes Richard Murdoch, but he's not on the lead lap. He's not going to win this race, but he's going to make it known who will win the race. Cody Levitt pushing the back of Brandon Minto. Will Minto be able to win this race here tonight? Brandon Minto, DJ Anderson for the final time to the start-finish line. It will be DJ Anderson spinning, but he will win. Brandon Minto finishing second. You can see it on Brandon Minto's face. Brandon Minto knows he was right there, so close to locking himself in. Now he's going to have to let it go to points. Will he be able to get in? Getting word that Brandon Minto will not qualify on points into the championship hunt. A night it could have been for Brandon Minto will go to DJ Anderson. Anderson spins across the line, but he is your race winner here tonight. Go back and watch this final battle out of turn number 4. To the line, DJ Anderson just squeaks out the win there on Brandon Minto. That was the difference at the line for DJ Anderson to win this. So DJ Anderson claims another win this season. Actually, I lie. He does not have a win. So we will have to wait for the clarification to see if DJ Anderson will actually get in. I believe he will, as he was 30th in points, 5 events here in the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. So we will wait to hear officially from Race Control if he will win and advance. A couple of these drivers, looking at their facial expressions, know they could have won that race, but race fans, as we get ready to go into your post-race show, which is brought to us by Renaissance Nutrition, we will be right back here with your top drivers in this one to see how they feel after racing in the Draft Top 187.5 here at the Daytona International Speedway. DJ Anderson will do a little bit of a show for us here, and we will see if we can catch up with him after the break. Welcome back here, race fans, to the Daytona International Speedway. The race is officially completed here for the Draft Top race at Daytona, and we have officially caught up with 2 out of your 3 top 3 finishers here tonight. Let's start it off coming home in third here tonight. It is the driver of the number 4. It's Kyle Souza. Kyle, you're going to finish in the 3rd position tonight, and it's going to actually be good enough to lock yourself in to go championship racing. I know you're excited about that, but talk about this final restart here. This 4 machine was out there the longest on fuel compared to everybody else. Did your team know exactly the strategy you had at the end of this one? Did they know you had enough fuel?
Well, honestly, Roger, we didn't really know the strategy coming in the race. I couldn't get in until about 10 minutes before race started, so I usually am able to work out a strategy with a few guys. I pretty much was a straggler out there. Most of that I actually worked with Brandon up here, and him, Tim, myself, and I think Corey there pitted with 5 or 6 to go. We got about 4 gallons in the tank, and we were definitely good for even another restart there.
And the restart came out, and then the caution flag came back out. Were you worried at that point when the second green-white checker attempt was going to come?
Yeah, I told everyone in the chat that if we had a third one, I might have had to call it heart doctor there. My heart was beating pretty hard, but just sucks we couldn't have pulled this one off.
You know, it's not going to be a win tonight for the 4 crew, but it is the best finish of the season. And like I said right before we came on live here, you will hold on in advance to race for a championship. What does that mean to race for a championship here on Monday night with these guys in the Scrambler series, as it is probably some of the strongest fields you will find?
Yeah, this is great. A few weeks ago, I really didn't think I was going to be able to make it. I missed Chicagoland, which I actually like running the trucks, so that was too bad. But then last week we ran that 87 car at Rockingham. I went in there with, an open mind. I didn't do that great at Rockingham. I think I finished maybe 15th or so, but went out there at Wilkesboro, and I think we came out with a top 6, ran top 5 a lot of the race. So it's definitely going to be fun. These guys are hard to beat, but I'm going to try to get to that top 4, final 4 in the playoffs when we get going.
Well, Kyle, a good run for you here tonight at Daytona. Who makes it all possible behind that camp?
Well, I really got to thank my brother Jeff. He works hard over here doing some strategy, trying to play numbers. He was yelling at me during the race there to save fuel on some of them runs, and I was the 4th or 5th car back, and honestly, one of those runs, he was yelling at me so bad, and I was saying, "Oh, don't worry," and we ended up almost running out, pretty much getting on pit road. It was stuttering, so he really does a lot for me. And then obviously got to thank Mom and Dad for paying the bills and making the computer run.
Well, there you heard it from the driver of the number 4 here tonight. He plays with the fuel strategy, and he is able to hang on. He will now officially be locked into the postseason. He will have a chance to battle with the top 12. It's actually going to be the top 13 drivers, as I believe the 88 of Sean Butler was just outside the top 12, but he also will advance courtesy of his wins earlier in the season. Kyle Souza, Race Fans, finishing in the 3rd position. Coming home in 2nd here tonight, he drives the U.S. Air Force number 20. It is Brandon Minto. And Brandon, I can already tell that you are a little bit sad and upset here tonight. You can just see it in your driver photo, our Draft Top live look-in camera with you here. Brandon, you needed to win this race to lock yourself into that championship hunt.
Yeah, that's last night coming out. I knew that I had to win tonight, so I was going to see what I could do, how far I could push the car, like what moves I could make if it came down to it at the end. And somehow I won last night. I won the practice race, and I was hoping I could do it tonight, knowing that I needed the win to advance to the round of 12. And unfortunately, it didn't get to happen.
Yeah, that final restart. Tell us how crazy it was out there on track. You know, we saw a lot of green flag racing, but it all came down to the end when all the chips were laying in the middle of the table. This Barstool Sports machine, you made the move to the outside. It looked like you were going to be the guy in the catbird seat. The finishing distance here, though, at the line, 0.025. That was the difference.
Yeah, on that final restart, I know right after the caution came out that brought the final restart, Max ended up getting like wrecked or something, came down right in front of me, and I felt bad for Max there, but also in the back of my mind I was kind of happy. I'm like, all right, I know Max was one of the clean cars up front, so he's one of the biggest competitors that we're going to be up there against. And then on the final restart, I saw he didn't get a good restart. I don't know what kind of damage he actually came out with, and then it left Souza kind of by himself, and then me and the 924 on the outside. I was happy seeing that, because then I'd much rather be on the outside line. I think I'm better out there than on the inside. And then once he jumped down, and I was like, all right, this is my time to shine, and just couldn't make it happen.
So it's not going to happen here tonight, but that's not going to be the end of your season here. We still have a couple races left. One of the tracks that are kind of, we're called a hometown track to you. Kind of your new hometown, as you're now over there in New Jersey. We will head now to the Dover International Speedway just next week. How do you feel your chances going from the big super speedway here at the 2.5-mile Daytona International Speedway down to the 1-mile concrete jungle in Delaware?
Well, I'm a lot more confident here at Daytona and Talladega, tracks like this, because obviously it doesn't take as much skill. I'd like to say it's a lot of luck, and luck was kind of on my side tonight, but it didn't give me enough luck. And Dover, that's a very tough track. Don't call it the track too tough to tame or the Monster Mile. Too tough to tame, I think, is Darlington, but yeah, the Monster Mile. I'm not too good there. I usually always hit the wall exiting turn 4, and then if the struggles there is if there is a wreck, there's not many places you can go, so it just gets bottled up, and you're always likely to get finished off into a wreck with just cars just left over.
Well, Brandon, we can hear the disappointment. We will let you go here tonight, but who made it all possible all season long to get you this far into this hunt to race for a championship that will now end tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my teammates at Full Throttle Racing, Ryan, Richard, and Tim. Tim stuck with me a lot of the race tonight. Ryan and Richard ended up getting on a different fuel strategy, but Tim helped keep me up front most of the night. I want to give a shout out to my parents who are watching right now, and then my brother who's also watching, and then also to my girlfriend who lets me come down here, do this nonsense, just race on Monday nights and just have a lot of fun with y'all. And finally, I want to give a shout out to y'all for always putting on a great broadcast.
There you heard it from the driver of the number 20 here tonight. You see the Draft Top live look in. That is the driver of the number 20 of Brandon Minto. Tonight, his championship hunt will end, and just by the difference, that is literally, race fans, take your pinky out. Put it in front of you. That is the difference from Brandon Minto going to the playoffs to being sitting at home. That is the driver of the number 20 of Brandon Minto. He finishes second here tonight, and for the first time, we will now get to talk to your race winner, the driver out of Virginia, driving the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Toyota. It is DJ Anderson. DJ, first off, congratulations on winning here tonight at Daytona. Tell us about those final restarts.
It was definitely pretty hectic. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to have a shot to win. Had a little bit of damage from the incident with Sean. But just everything worked out. When cars started to move down there, going down off of turn 2, Brandon and I were kind of on the outside and just saw the opportunity to go underneath of him, try to get at least beside him, hoping that maybe I can get a shot, have somebody push me. And I got to thank Kyle for giving me that push there at the end. I mean, without him pushing, I wouldn't have been able to win.
You were right there, though, in that little mix-up scuffle coming to get 2 laps to go. Did you think at that point of the night it was going to be done?
I think as soon as I got beside Minto, I kind of figured I had a pretty good shot. It didn't start as well. Starting back in 18th, had a bad qualifying, actually hit the wall. And then I felt Sean and I, were going to be able to help, Josh get a win so he can get into the chase. But with the speeding penalty, it kind of put us at a disadvantage there at the end. And then, of course, the contact between me and Sean kind of brought out that only caution that we had to really end the green flag run. But that was a great ending to this race. I don't think it could have been any better.
Yeah, probably put on one of the most exciting finishes. I can officially also tell you that it is the closest finish in red light racing history, which is just the difference. Like we had talked to Minto, it is just your pinky. That is the difference tonight in you winning versus coming home in second. It is your first win of the season, so that's got to feel pretty good, even though a lot of people say sometimes you're lucky when you go to victory lane at Daytona.
Well, I think for me, I love, ask my teammates, I love coming to Daytona. For me, if I don't win or push one of my teammates to the win, then I consider it just a bad race. Usually when I come to Daytona or Talladega, I feel like it's a track that I can win. So like I said, I always go into those races ready to go and, prepared to win. So it's nice to be able to come through again.
Well, you finally put yourself in victory lane here tonight, DJ. Congratulations on that. And who makes it all possible other than the guys over at Mountain Dew Baja Blast?
All the guys at Red Light, everybody coming out and racing week in, week out, making it worthwhile. Just kind of sucks I wasn't able to race the whole season. Hopefully next season I'll be able to race the whole time. But, I love racing with these guys. I've been racing for a long time, and it's definitely fun. We have a lot of fun out here. And also to you, I love going back and watching the whole replay of the race when it's done the next day and just kind of seeing how things go.
Well, tonight it will go in favor of the driver of the 51, DJ Anderson. Will get it done here tonight at Daytona. He goes to victory lane for the first time this season, and what better place to do it than under the lights at the Daytona International Speedway tonight in the Draft Top 187.5. That is your Renaissance Nutrition post-race show. And race fans, we can officially tell you your top 3, you heard from them. DJ Anderson, Brandon Minto, and Kyle Souza. Finishing 4th here tonight was Cody Levitt. Finishing 5th was James Heater. That's your top 5 here tonight. Donald Bennett, Joe Schirano, Max Terriel, Corey Silva, Ryan O'Donnell. That's your top 10 drivers right there. We'll let you look at your post-race results here on your screen, brought to us by the fine folks over at the Green Forest Tree Supply. Race fans, that is officially your rundown here tonight, and now that will officially finish off the regular season. We will go playoff racing just starting next week at the Dover International Speedway. 100 laps of high banked concrete monster mile action. Who will be able to tame Miles the Monster? Who will wind up tangling with him and getting slapped? Some of these drivers are going to have to do their best impression of what, well, the great Jimmy Johnson has done. One of the drivers that has the most wins at the Dover International Speedway in real life, who will be able to tame it. Last time we headed to the Dover International Speedway, we were able to run it completely green flag. We saw green flag pit stops for the first time ever on the iRacing platform. Then we will head to the Auto Club Speedway before we cut it down to just 8 drivers at the ISM Raceway before heading to Atlanta. And at Atlanta, we will decide then who will race at the Miami Homestead Speedway for the championship for drivers. That's coming up in the next couple of weeks here for the drivers of the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. You'll be able to catch all that racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We also had something fancy for you race fans here tonight. It did work a little bit for us as you take a look here at some of the drivers that tonight participated in the Draft Top live look-in camera. There you see the driver of the number 20 of Brandon Minto. He competed tonight and he was able to come home running in the second position. We also have another live look-in with one of our other drivers. It's the driver out of Michigan. It's the driver of the 98. That is Ryan O'Donnell. We got to thank Ryan and Brandon Minto for both giving us the live feed pictures here tonight at Daytona. And along with them, we got to thank the driver out of Topton, Pennsylvania. There you see it. The Buffalo Bills in the background. That's the driver of the number 13. That is Donald Bennett. And a couple other drivers of Joe Strano, Tony Strano, and the DRAFTTOP.com number 48 of Michael Bromley. All stepping up and being on board here with us this evening to bring us these awesome live in-home, in-sim rig videos. Something new to us here. We'll see if we can get some of the bugs that we did inquire here tonight worked out. But that's going to do it here from the Daytona International Speedway for everybody over at Draft Top and all the guys over at RB Custom Rigs, the Green Forest Tree Supply, Renaissance Nutrition, and of course, us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You can catch more of the red light racing action just on Thursday night when the Checker Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Division hits the tracks to bring you the 3rd season of short track racing action. Catch that here on the Turn 3 Racing Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Until we catch you next time, race fans, we hope that you all stay safe, and we can't wait to see you return to watch more of the virtual racing action here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.